All right. Lizard news. Really? They got him, huh? Suspect in custody, huh? Those are the big suits. Those are the suit people, man. That's the lizard people. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Guess how they tracked this guy. Oh, they're changing the story. That's interesting. Let me re-click this because it looks like they changed hands here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Alright, so they say this dude was in his 50s. He was arrested on a plantation, a city near Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, let's see here. How did they do this? Can we put on our thinking caps? How do you think that the lizards got this guy? Do you really think it's the right dude? Huh? Huh? How do you know? Well, shit fire. There's this thing called DNA, and the lizards tracked him down on DNA evidence. Supposedly, probably from their IEDs, right? Right? Because they have this secret technology, man. Don't you get it? They could track this guy down based off of DNA, but yeah, you got the Me Too movement, and you don't hear shit about their court cases through DNA, now do you? You don't hear any prosecution cases going on now, do you? See the hypocrisy of it all? I don't know. Let's see what the lizards got.
Looking to win fast? Try the new Fast Play game from the Arizona.
This is CBS News Special Report. I'm Nora O'Donnell with Gail King and Bianna Golodriga in New York. The Justice Department confirmed just moments ago that a suspect is in custody.
Dun, dun, dun. She's wearing black on white, which is the Masonic Order, baby. Here we go. Continuing onward. Lizards.
Packages sent to critics of President Trump. That news came to us a few hours after the 12th package addressed to the former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, was found at a New York City post office.
Another package found in Florida was addressed to Democratic Senator Cory Booker. The FBI says both are similar to the other packages that were confirmed.
Look, right there. The Swiss cross. Right there. Ha ha. Swissy. Oh, and you don't want to do that shit. That's bad. Bad. Swissy. Woo. Swissy lizards. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so I had my rant.
To carry bombs.
Jeff Pegues is monitoring the situation and has the new information. Jeff, what do we know?
Well, as we've been reporting over the last 15 hours or so, federal investigators were telling us that all arrows were pointing at Florida, and this is why. We know now that one person is in custody. That person, according to our CBS News sources, was taken into custody at this location that you see here. This is near an auto parts store, or at an auto parts store. You see it right there in the middle of your screen. And according to investigators, it was Broward County Sheriff's deputies that moved in and made the arrest. It happened in the last few minutes, maybe in the last hour or so.
Woo, he knows he's being filmed. Did you see that shit? This guy right here. This dude, he knew he was being filmed. Check this shit out. Where are we? Let's just back up the truck a minute here.
Happened in the last few minutes, maybe in the last hour or so.
Woo! Say hi to the camera. He knows he's being filmed.
In Plantation, Florida, which for any of you who are familiar with that area, that's
look at the super soldiers
north of Miami, Florida. You see, investigators are still on the scene. We're told.
Look at the bigwigs.
Some sort of confrontation some sort of explosion. It may have been some sort of flashbang, which investigators use as they move in on suspects to stun them a little bit, to get them off balance so they can make the arrest. No indication at this point that the suspect, whoever it is, was putting up any sort of resistance. But, you know, these are obviously questions that we will continue to ask. But again, summarizing, one person in custody now confirmed by the Department of Justice, and there is a press conference upcoming at about 2:30.
All right, let's go back up. Let's see.
Whoever it is was putting up any sort of resistance when the arrest was made.
Okay, let's go back.
Of course, north of Miami, Florida. You see, investigators are still on the scene. We're told that there was some sort of confrontation when the arrest was made. Some sort of explosion. It may have been some sort of flashbang, which investigators use as they move in on suspects to stun them a little bit, to get them off balance so they can make the arrest. No indication at this point that the suspect, whoever it is, was putting up any sort of resistance. But, you know, these are obviously questions that we will continue to ask. But again, summarizing, one person in custody now confirmed by the Department of Justice, and there is a press conference upcoming at about 2:30.
All this action for one person.
Law enforcement that were involved in terms of tracking down this suspect.
Well, there was a task force in place, a counterterrorism task force, a joint terrorism task force that was in place. It was headquartered out of New York City, led by the FBI, but of course on that task force you had the ATF, the Secret Service, New York State Police, NYPD. So this was the result of a ton of information sharing, and that's why those task forces are so important.
They have all that task force, but yet they can't get Hillary Clinton on 33,000 emails or Benghazi. This is so much of a hypocrisy and so much corruption, people. I mean, they get what they... Did you hear the list? New York Police, DHS, FBI. It's like a fucking list for one person, man. And yet they can't fucking get Clinton or Huma. I mean, this is the bullshit that we're talking about. Okay, we still have this Mueller case shit going on, too. Are you fucking kidding me, people? All this was based out in New York. All these people are being paid overtime for fucking looking for stupid shit. And they can't even solve an election problem.
When it comes to investigations of this scale, as you noted, Nora, there were 12 suspicious packages, the latest 2 coming this morning. But throughout the week, these suspicious packages were turning up in mail systems across this country, really confined to Washington, D.C., north of New York City, and New York City itself, and then, of course, L.A. as well. But this was a large undertaking, this investigation, led by the feds, but, of course, local and state police involved as well.
All right, Jeff Begaze, I know you're continuing to do reporting there. We should point out, too, again, this arrest made of one person in Florida. Remember that all of those 12 packages that were sent were very similar. They looked similar, right? They had the 6 American flag stamps. Then they were purportedly from Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Congresswoman from Florida. Her name misspelled there, the former chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee. And yesterday we learned that investigators had centered in on South Florida.
Oh, here. Here's your 33. Here. It's all Masonic. Here. Swissy. Swissy caused this. 33325. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, meaning the star, which is the pentagram. Okay? This is all Masonic order, people. This is all the Freemasons set this up. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This is all coded, man. It's all fucking coded. Look at this shit. 33325. Let's see. 3 for your triangle. Iris, horse, and set. 33. 5 and 2 is 7. And then how many stamps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 6. So that's 6. Right? I don't know if there's 8. If it's 8, that means octagon. So that's your Swiss. Right? Your Swissy are setting you up with this shit. More bullshit, people. More bullshit. like I said, they used all this information and all this stuff to track down one person at an AutoZone shop. You fucking kidding me? Oh.
Is today. He is actually outside the U.S. mail facility in Opelika, Florida. That's actually near Miami, where there was a search overnight that found that package that was addressed to Senator.
So how do you get sympathy? You design war against your own, right? That's how you do it. They got some funny technology going on here.
Cory Booker of New Jersey. Manny, what can you tell us this morning?
That's right, Nora. Really, for the last 24 hours or so, law enforcement officials have been telling CBS News that they were zeroing in on Florida. And in particular, we found them last night at this large mail processing center where they were